What do we got?
We have another canned cocktail.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and it's a whiskey sour.
That's nice too.
I like a whiskey sour. I love a whiskey sour. I love a good whiskey sour.
We do.
And this is from the fine folks at Dogfish Head.
Mm-hmm.
It is a, what's it called now? Cherry Bergamot or Bergamot, as you would say.
I'm not sure what it is.
Whiskey sour. What is this? Scratch made whiskey with natural flavors, flavored with DAC chips. I don't know what that is, but you want to read?
I will read.
You read, I pour.
Bergamot orange doesn't quite look like an orange, nor taste like one now that we think of it. You may recognize its fragrant, citrusy scent and distinct flavor as it's the star flavor of Earl Grey tea. It's also found flavoring cookies, custards, marmalades, syrups, and perhaps a cocktail. Developed to accentuate the nuances of our malt whiskey, this ready-to-drink cocktail is made using our whiskey distilled with tart cherries, highly fragrant, citrusy bergamot oranges, then blended with a house-made sour mix. So ditch the fancy glassware, mixing equipment, and enjoy. Cold, straight from the can. It's available everywhere but Pennsylvania. And some other states, but around us, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So we get it here in the fine, great state of New Jersey.
Ah, Jersey. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, okay, sir.
Cheers.
Solange. Cheers. All that good stuff. Is right. I think I get the cherry in the nose first. Like the cherry and the orange is what I'm getting first.
Like a little oakish, a little woody.
Right? The nose is tough because this just came out of the fridge, so I think it's going to be a little muted.
No, they tell you to drink it cold.
But it's a cocktail, so you want it really cold, right?
Cold.
That's why they used to make cocktails like in like really short pours, because they would just shake it over ice and you're supposed to drink it, in a reasonable amount of time.
Those little glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Then the 6-ounce cocktail came out. It's like, no, it's going to be warm by the time you get to the end of it.
Now, are you a fan of tea? Do you drink Earl Grey or any other things?
I do like tea.
I'm a particularly fan of Earl Grey.
You like Earl Grey?
I do. I like.
My better half does not like Earl Grey.
Well, I should send her some then.
Yes.
So I do get a little bit of that Earl Grey flavor, as they mentioned.
I need to like think about this for a minute, because I wasn't really sure what to expect. Because when I've made a whiskey sour, it's usually I think the method is like 1.5 ounces of whiskey, 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, and then 3/4 of an ounce of like lemon, or whatever. So it's pretty high octane, especially if you're using like a whiskey with a 5 in it.
And you muddle the cherry in there?
No, I wouldn't muddle. I just put a cherry in.
Cherry on top?
Cherry and maybe like a little
bit of juice.
Orange peel.
Orange peel?
Yeah,
sure.
That's usually what I think I would do for a very simple whiskey sour. But this is going for a canned cocktail, so they've got different rules to play by, right?
Absolutely.
Because they want to get into the beer category and they don't want to get taxed at the hard liquor category.
And the alcohol is muted, so the flavors have to be brought up with the other stuff.
Right.
So I'm getting a lot of the cherry, which is very nice for me. It seems pretty sweet, but not overly sweet. Maybe not as sour as some sours I've had.
It's a little tart. There's a little pucker at the end.
A little bit tart.
It starts off with the cherry and the orange. I get a lot of the cherry and the orange. Maybe then some like herbal notes on the back end. I don't get the whiskey though so much.
Well,
I think the whiskey's pretty muted. Yeah, it's pretty 7%. Muted. Because you figure a cocktail is going to be what? Let's say it was
in the 20s, probably.
Well, let's say we used a 50 proof.
Yeah.
Right, 50%.
Maybe the 30s.
Yeah, so if we did 50% alcohol and we did half whiskey, half mix, you're down to 25.
25s.
So it's like 50 proof.
Yeah.
So it's like 25% alcohol versus 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big difference. This isn't bad. Let's see.
It's pretty good.
It is good.
It's pretty good.
And you get that little bit of like, because with the Earl Grey you get a little bit of like tannin.
Yeah.
So because I've been making like almost like a half and half, almost like an Arnold Palmer kind of iced tea. And I usually use 2 bags of I do 4 cups of water, 4 cups of boiling water, 2 bags of Earl Grey, 2 bags of like a mint tea, like a mint black tea. Then I do like 4 ounces of lemon juice, half a cup of sugar, and then water, ice, whatever it is. So it works out like 8 cups.
Well, that's a lot of work.
No, it actually takes about 10 minutes.
I just go to Wawa and buy a bottle of Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, that's not fun. No. That's not fun. I'm making it. At least I know what goes in it. I know what goes in it.
No, that's true.
So yeah, you get that tannin thing from tea on the back end.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty good. That's nice. That's a very, very. It's got some tart too. It's got some pucker.
Yeah, it's crisp. It's refreshing. I think it's a pretty good cocktail. Again, it's not a whiskey sour. It's a canned cocktail.
Right. Right.
But it's along the way.
It's like a to-go backpacking version of a whiskey sour.
Sure. And if you're somewhere that you can't bring glass and you need to have a can, like going to a pool, golf course, wherever.
But you get the sweetness of the cherry, you get the tartness, you get a little bit of that like tanniny kick from the tea, with a light fizz. But I don't get the whiskey. That's my only complaint.
Yeah, just not enough.
So I would give it like a B plus.
Yeah.
Because I just don't get enough of the whiskey.
So if this came in at 11 or 12 instead of 7,
right,
you might like it a little better because maybe a little more oomph.
Yeah, I think it's just that I don't get the whiskey.
Not that 7 is light, but it's a little soft for a canned cocktail.
It's more like it's almost like whiskey sour inspired.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very good. But again, when I'm going this route, my head is thinking, not a huge punch, but a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Maybe like a jab. I'm not going for the knockout punch, but I'm going for like a little rabbit punch, like a little jab. Don't get me in the jaw. Hit me like a little bit like in the chest.
So getting you clinch and punch in the kidney a little bit.
No kidney. Kidney punch is bad. Kidney bad. Ribs. Get me in the ribs. Maybe just a little shot to the side of the ribs, like a little jab, like a what was that one thing? There was one. I think it was like on Happy Days. Peekaboo, jab, like that. Just a little punch. Like when you walk up to your kid and he's giving you a hard time, you just kind of like give him a little slap,
a little back of the head.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
A little one, yeah, like that. So yeah, I go BB plus. It's very good.
I'd agree with you. I'd say
it's good.
For me, it's a B. It's good.
And I enjoy a whiskey sour. So
now they also make a strawberry and honeyberry vodka lemonade.
Ooh.
And a blueberry shrub vodka soda.
Oh, that sounds good.
So it would be very interesting to see what these other cocktails taste like.
Yeah.
Along the way. So Dogfish Head Distillery, if you'd like to send them our way, we certainly wouldn't mind.
Absolutely not.
Pandering.
We will try anything. We will try it all. Because we are booze dancing.
That's true.
We're the media empire.
That is true.
Yeah. So anyhow, thank you to the fine folks at Dogfish Head.
Yeah, thanks for sending.
Sir, cheers.
Cheers.